Imagine a time when the idea of chivalry was still alive and knights embarked on daring missions in the name of honor, loyalty, and their king. One such knight was Sir James Douglas, a close friend and lieutenant of Robert the Bruce, the legendary King of Scotland. When Bruce passed away in 1329, he left behind a special request that his heart be taken to the Holy Land, a symbol of his unfulfilled ambition to go on a crusade. And so, a journey began, filled with adventure, tragedy, and a touch of legend. After Robert the Bruce's death, his heart was carefully placed in a silver and enameled casket. Sir James Douglas, a trusted and loyal companion, had the honor of carrying this precious relic. With the casket around his neck, symbolizing the weight of his mission, Douglas embarked on a journey to fulfill the final wish of his fallen king. In early 1330, Douglas and his company of knights, esquires, and gentlemen set sail, making their first stop in Sluys, Flanders. Here, they received a letter of introduction from Edward III of England to King Alfonso XI of Castile. Armed with this letter, they continued their voyage to Seville, where they were received by King Alfonso XI with great honor. Douglas and his companions joined Alfonso's army, which at the time was preparing to besiege the castle of Tiba in the Kingdom of Granada. This was a significant campaign against the Moors, and Douglas saw this as an opportunity to prove his valor and fulfill his duty to both his king and his faith. However, tragedy struck during the campaign. The circumstances surrounding Douglas's death are debated among historians. Some sources suggest that he perished in a premature attack, while others point to the Battle of Tiba as the moment of his untimely demise. One account tells the tale of Douglas's valiant efforts to rescue another knight, Sir William St. Clair of Rosslyn, during a counterattack by the Moors. In this dramatic narrative, Douglas allegedly threw the casket containing Bruce's heart among the enemy, declaring, "Now pass thou onward as thou wert wont, and Douglas will follow thee or die." This bold gesture, if true, symbolized the knight's undying loyalty and willingness to sacrifice even in his final moments. However, it is important to note that the historical accuracy of this anecdote is uncertain and may have been added later to enhance the narrative. The Castilian Chronicle, a primary source from this period, does not specifically mention this dramatic act. Instead, it notes the death of an unnamed, foreign count, likely referring to Douglas, in a skirmish before the decisive battle. While the legend of Douglas's last stand with Bruce's heart in hand captures the imagination, it is essential to separate historical fact from embellishment. After the battle, the remains of Douglas and Bruce's heart were recovered. Sir William Keith of Galston undertook the solemn duty of returning Douglas's bones to Scotland. Meanwhile, Bruce's heart, a symbol of his unfulfilled crusading ambitions, found its final resting place under the high altar of Melrose Abbey, overseen by Murray, the regent. The story of Sir James Douglas's mission to the Holy Land with Robert the Bruce's heart is one that encapsulates the spirit of loyalty, honor, and devotion that defined knights of the era. While the details may be shrouded in legend and uncertainty, the tale speaks to the enduring power of friendship, duty, and the quest for noble aspirations. It reminds us of the sacrifices made by those who came before us and the legends they left behind.